What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or a loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right, so the name of this episode is called Take Action. Take action. So today I want to talk about us taking action towards our goals. I want to talk about procrastination and how it's killing our dreams and how to actually take action towards our goals. So think about this. When you think about yourself and what you need to do to be successful, what would you say, if you're really being honest with yourself, is one of the main things that's holding you back? 9 times out of 10, it's the fact that you just aren't taking action. If you think about it, we, for the most part, all know what we need to do to be successful. We know the things, the steps, the work that needs to be put in, the comfort zones we need to break out of. But if we think about why we just haven't done it in some form or another, the answer is we just aren't taking action. We just aren't, whether it's procrastinating, us thinking it's hard, us thinking that we probably won't achieve it, thinking who would buy that product from me, or who would listen to me, or what company would want what I have to offer, blah, 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 blah. But the reality is we all know what we need to do. For the most part, we all know what we need to do to be successful. And even if we don't know all the exact steps, let's be honest. We live in a time where there is limitless amounts of information, so we can even learn what we don't know if we truly wanted to. Point is, we know what we need to do to be successful. We just don't do it. We just don't do it. So the question is, how do we force ourselves to take action? Let me ask you another question. You ever notice how much easier it is to turn your steering wheel when the car is moving compared to when the car is stopped? It's much easier to turn the wheels of your car to change directions when you're already moving. And you already know where I'm going with this, right? But this applies to life as well. So many people want to make massive changes in their lives. They want all this change, but they want it from the couch, from their comfort zone, from not actually changing anything else about themselves. Too many times we know what we want, we know how to get it, but we expect it to come to us by continuing to do the exact same things we've been doing, which is the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. It is really hard to change the direction you're headed in if you're not at least moving a little bit. A little bit. Too many times we think of how far away we are from our goal, our dreams, or the things that we want to accomplish, and how much work we need to be doing to get to that point, to attain what we want, and the thought of that gets us discouraged. But the thing is, what we should be doing, instead of looking ahead how far, we need to be looking down at our feet. Stop focusing on how far the journey is going to be, and instead focus on starting the journey. Focus on what are the first and next steps. It's going to be much easier to change course if you're already moving. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. So write this down right now. Stop thinking, start doing. Stop thinking, start doing. Now, I was just listening to a podcast about this, about taking action, and they brought up a good point. And the point is, You don't have to actually believe in yourself to take action right now. What's up, what's up, what's up? I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for listening to this episode, and to also let you know that this podcast is 100% donation driven, which means it's completely funded by you, the listener. So, if you like the content I have to offer, I would love it if you can make a donation and you get to pick the amount. I left links in the description of the video as well as my homepage. You can choose which way benefits you the best to donate. And if you need more options, please feel free to email me at dariusdotch@gmail.com. That's dariusdotch@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for being here, and let's get back to it. And I want you to think about that for a second. Most people don't even begin to try to accomplish something or to chase a dream because they don't believe in themselves. They don't think that they will be able to actually do it. They don't think other people will believe in them or take them serious. But the thing about just taking action is that you don't actually have to believe in yourself right now to just create action. And if it's one thing I hear from all the people, all the entrepreneurs I listen to and read up on, they all say that at some point they had doubts, that they all had stretches of time, especially in the beginning, where they didn't really know if what they were striving for was going to be successful. But what did they do? They kept taking action. They kept taking steps. We need to focus on taking the first steps, because the truth of the matter is, way too often we look ahead at all the big steps that need to happen, and we haven't even took one. We look way ahead to those hard, complex steps that are way ahead of where we are right now. And the thing is, we can't take the 14th step without taking the first step. Okay? I'm going to say that again. We can't take the 14th step without taking the first step. Hell, we can't take the second step without taking the first step. Now, another mistake we make, and I know we've all done this, is we start taking steps, but we expect the outcome to come way too fast. We act like the hare in the tortoise and the hare. Remember that story about the tortoise and the rabbit, right? We start out super fast, super motivated. That motivation is what's driving us. We have all this energy that we put towards it, and we burn out quickly. And when I say burn out, I'm not just talking about physically, but psychologically too. We look for that instant gratification. We want to start seeing the success right away. And if we don't see it or feel it, then over time, we gradually fizzle out and quit. A good example I always bring up is the New Year's resolution. It's why gyms make the most money around the same time every year. I hate being in the gym from January to March because there's so many damn people who I know won't make it past a few months. But again, they are the hare. They start out fast, motivated, driven, then they quit. So, in thinking about taking action and about the goals you have, don't worry about rushing it. Don't worry about how fast you get there. Don't focus on accomplishing everything right away. Yes, set timetables and plan to have dates that you want to hit. But again, if you're moving, if you're already taking steps, the car is already moving, you'll be able to change directions much easier. So, how do you take the best next step? You take a step. And more than likely, you'll have to adapt, right? You'll have to take on the Tarzan mindset. And that is, if Tarzan wants to get from one side of the jungle to the next, if he's swinging from vine to vine, tree to tree, there's no way he's going to get there in a straight line. While he's swinging from vine to vine, some vines are going to go left, some vines are going to go right. Some vines might swing him a long way, some vines might swing him only a few feet. But each vine is still moving. And even though he might not have went in a straight line or in the direction he wanted to go, he still got to cross the jungle. So moving forward, I want us to take slow, deliberate steps. And yeah, some steps will need to be faster than others, but don't burn yourself out. And please don't hesitate to take that first step because you don't believe in yourself. Just take it whether you believe in yourself or not. So, The question I ask you, and I want you to ask yourself this question. That question is, what is my first step? You might have a 5-year goal or a 10-year goal, but figure out what that first step is. Don't worry about the 1,000 miles. Don't even worry about step 2. Take step 1 first. Because we won't get anywhere by just using binoculars and looking at the destination and how far away it is. We have to take the first step. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.